Here we have Fantom, symbol FTM on Binance, being requested by Mr. Knuckles. He's looking at a daily and weekly. We'll do a general overview for this one. Now, this one obviously is put in a local high right here. And with that said, you know, I would be a little bit on guard, of course. But for right now, I probably would be looking for, first and foremost, a little bit of a bounce back up, somewhere around about 138.75 or so. And that's going to be the big area to watch. As long as you're below there, I would be looking for general continuation to the downside after a bit of a short-term bounce. If you can start to close back above there, again, 138.5 or so, then I would look for this one to maybe pull itself through and at least extend short-term targets to about $1.50 or so. With that said, very short-term timeframes like an hourly, do very much look like a bounce first. But again, this is obviously a downtrend on all time frames, up to a 4-hour, up to a 6-hour, and what about a 12-hour? 12-hour is not there just yet, but very, 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 very close. Any sort of a closure below basically where we're at right now at about $1.35. And yes, while you know, short-term timeframes probably do bounce it, I'd be looking for general continuation over the next couple of weeks, probably down to about $1.11, $1.12 or so. With that in mind, let's go check out momentum oscillators over here and see if we can maybe help out the short-term bouncy case. Hourly is going to be flip-flopping back up with any sort of a closure above basically 133.5, which we're pretty much at right now. Actually, bi-hourly is going to be showing what 133 actually as well, so both in the same vicinity, both coming from very low levels, somewhat, you know, good, I suppose. And 4-hour 139.37 actually. So short term, again, bouncy, but when I go to the 12-hour, when I go to the daily, dare I say this one very likely does play out some more long-term downside, to be fair. Short term though, very much bouncy. And where did I change my opinion on this one? About above 150 to above about 150 on a 4-hour closure, I would actually start to look at this as a bear trap. And this one very likely floats back up to $1.77, maybe even $2, and continues on with the generational rally here. But for right now, just short term, I'd be looking for a little bit of upside. Keep your eyes on this area right here. Again, 138.5. If it does fail that area and reject, that's going to look good for some downside continuation, maybe later this week, that is. So hopefully that was helpful. And there you go for Fantom. Pretty damn strong run right there. But as the saying goes, the way you go up is the way you come down. But, you know, looking at the weekly right here, it is just a backfill for right now. It's not terrible. It's kind of a shooting star dildo as well. But hopefully that was helpful. And there you go.